Most people build courses like they're writing a book. Chapter 1, an intro. Chapter 2, a big idea. Chapter 3, more content. But courses are not books. Learners don't care about your outline. They care about getting results. So instead of starting from the beginning of your course, let's flip it. In this video, I will show you how to start at the end and design your course backwards, so every lesson drives your learner towards a tangible result. A lot of course creators start with the content. They begin with what they want to teach. For example, I'll explain this concept, then add a worksheet, then talk about that strategy. But this often leads to a course that feels disconnected, that lacks flow, that just ends up a bit all over the place. You are filling up the course with lots of content. It might be really great content, but it is not in a specific direction towards one goal. And what does that do to your learner? They are left wondering, where am I going with this course? It doesn't matter how great the content is. If it is not moving the learner closer to their goal, it is no longer impactful. But backwards design can fix this. Instead of starting with what you want to teach, start with what your learners need to be able to do by the end of the course. That's your destination. Then you map the path backward from outcome to action to content. Let me walk you through this and break down these 3 steps. Step 1, we will define the transformation you will provide your learners. That is, what will they be able to do by the end of the course that they cannot do now? Really, here we are starting with the finish line. Here's an example for our course idea. By the end of this course, my learner will be able to create a week-long meal plan for family meals in under 30 minutes. That's our goal. It is very clear what a learner will be able to achieve. It's tangible, a week's worth of family meals in under 30 minutes. And it brings a lot of value to the learner. They are busy. They want to feed their family healthy and fast. To write this, I recommend using the framework. My learners will be able to insert a verb, insert a clear, tangible, high-value goal. Step 2. Now that we have the end in mind, we need to break this down into the learner actions. That is, what do they need to know, practice, and achieve to reach this result? Some actions may include know what meals their family enjoys, build a list of go-to recipes and ingredients, learn how to reuse leftovers and batch cook, create a simple shopping list, use a planning template or app. Each of these also start with a verb. Did you notice that? These are the types of information that a learner needs to learn, understand, and comprehend before they can start to apply it and practice it to build their new skills, working towards achieving that overall goal that we spoke about before. Equally important is, what do the learners not need to know? Notice how we're not including deep dives into nutritional science, complicated budgeting spreadsheets, lessons on how to cook each recipe. While those topics may be useful in some contexts, they're not essential to this outcome. Remember, our goal is creating a week-long meal plan in under 30 minutes. If it doesn't support the transformation, it doesn't belong in the course. Step 3. Each of these actions now becomes a lesson or a group of lessons for those bigger actions. In this step, we connect those lessons to each actions of the course content so it is aligned to the overall goal. So we're not choosing content that we think will be great in the course. We are strategically aligning content with those structured actions. So for example, lesson 1, choose 10 go-to meals, links to actions such as know what meals the family enjoys. Okay, let's look at a different lesson. Lesson number 3, for example. Batch cooking basics is linked to the action learn how to reuse leftovers and batch cook. Now, you don't have to have one lesson linked to one action. You might have multiple lessons that are linked to one action because those actions might be big. For example, plan your first week in 30 minutes is linked to actions such as use a planning template or app and build a list of go-to recipes and ingredients. Now, instead of a list of random topics that you have thought of, you have a journey where each step leads directly to the end goal. If your course feels like a series of disconnected lessons, or if you keep asking, what should I add next? this is your time to stop building forward and start building backwards. Start with a transformation. Design backwards. And map every lesson to a clear action that helps your learners reach their goal. So try this. Write your course outcome in one sentence. Then look at each lesson and ask, does this move my learner closer to that outcome? This strategy can change your entire course, from how you plan to how your learners engage. If you give it a go, I would love to know, did it change how you structured your course? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, happy course creating.